What's up, guys? So, Uzumaki premiered last night, and it was like I was a kid again, staying up late to catch episodes of Cowboy Bebop on Toonami. This is all spoilers, by the way, just giving everyone a heads up. I just wanted to do a quick rundown of the episode for anyone that missed it. So, this episode starts off with our girl, Kiri, talking about the town she's living in, going through some traumatic events. We're introduced then to Kiri's boyfriend Suchi, who is going through some shit. His dad is becoming obsessed with spirals, locking himself in his study and just staring at them until his eyes start spinning separate from each other, which is fucked to think about if it were possible. Suchi starts talking about having funny feelings about the town and that there's something wrong deep within it. He starts pointing out things like the constant whirlpools in the water and like the cyclones in the air. Later on, Kiri decides to introduce her friend Azami to Suchi. This doesn't go over well, and Suchi can sense something's off with this bitch, so he ups and bails, takes Kiri with him. He does a 4.4 on his 40-yard dash and gets the fuck away from this cursed ass bitch. Azami takes a shitload of offense to that because she thinks the birthmark on her head gives her mystical powers over men. We cut back later to Azami cornering Suchi somewhere to confront him, and he doesn't want the smoke. He knows something's off with this chick. Azami tries to Majin Vegeta on Suchi and shows him the forehead scar that's turned into a spiral somehow. Suchi then tells Azami she's becoming cursed and needs to get the fuck out of the town, but she just thinks he's playing hard to get. I'm just gonna skip a bit ahead, but we find out later that Mr. Saito has been practicing his tongue yoga and bending his shit into spirals in his spare time. The obsession starts consuming him, so he starts tossing his body into a small wooden container and breaking every bone in his body, trying to become a spiral himself. And then we cut to the family cremating Mr. Saito, but turns out Dad wants to be a giant spiral smoke demon, and his giant smoke demon presence poisons the little pond in their town. And then we cut back to Mrs. Saito losing her mind after seeing the Cinnabon for her dad rolled up. Later on, though, we see Azami is having a stroll through the neighborhood with her little chapeau, and Kiri sees her. Azami asks Kiri to check out what's going on with her eye, and we catch the eyeball just before it gets sucked into the spiral void, consuming her forehead. Azami, acting like a sexual terminator, is still trying to track down Sushi to get him to submit, so she isn't even fazed about the eyeball right now. She cons one of the classmates into getting Suchi to meet up with her, and at this point I don't even know what's driving her. Half her face is fucking gone. But the meetup is a disaster, and Azami ends up sucking the one stupid fucking student into her black hole spiral face, which was pretty disturbing to watch, and she eventually implodes in on her own spiral face, consuming the rest of her body. The next episode, I think, is about the kid on the spectrum. They showed a bit in the episode. He was growing a spiral on his back. There's more on that later, but you can check out the episode. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode in the comments. I thought it was pretty disturbing and left a lasting impression on my mind. We'll see what the other episodes have to offer. If this is just the appetizer, I'm wondering what the rest of the show has. Yeah, I never watched the manga, so I'm in for a ride.